Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking a look at a source that is, well, it's literally out of this world.
That's a good way to put it.
We have a single broadcast transcript from the XR-221 spaceport, high in orbit. It's titled Orbital Grooves and Earth News.
And our mission really is to break down what it's like to get your news from a desk that's floating miles above the planet.
Exactly. It's a perspective that blends this cosmic calm with, total terrestrial chaos.
And what immediately jumps out at you is just the sheer vibe of the place, the Meta Vegas spaceport. The notes from the visit say it was a fully satisfying experience.
They didn't want to leave.
They did not want to leave. But that tells you this isn't some cold, sterile station. It's a destination. It's vibrant.
Absolutely. And that pride in their high-altitude home really informs everything they report on.
Right. The broadcast even has a manifest, which I love. It lays out the whole show.
A mix of music from the Outer Rim, critical Earth headlines, local status updates.
And a look at the future of their own backyard, the Meta Vegas VR zones. It's part news, part mood management for the crew.
That's a great way to think about it. Mood management. So to understand their state of mind, we have to start where they do, their immediate local status.
What is life like right now on the deck of XR-221?
Okay, so let's unpack the technical language here, because that's where the real story is. They start with this checklist, and it sounds almost impossibly high-tech.
It's very precise.
What are they actually reporting about Vegas and Pahrump down below?
So they start with the basics. Vegas skies are clear, Pahrump is calm, ground lanes are dry.
Okay, so surface transport is good to go.
Right. No immediate impediments. But then we get to the really critical stuff, the infrastructure checks that tell you about the spaceport's real health.
The first one is that the sphere visuals are stable. What are we talking about here?
So the sphere, it's this massive architectural display, maybe even an environmental shield, on the ground. It's their big landmark.
So stable means the main piece of their local architecture is functioning perfectly. No glitches.
Exactly. It's a sign of normalcy. But the next detail is even more important for them.
The elevator balloon controls are green across the deck. I mean, that just sounds cool, but what does it actually mean for the people up there?
It means their lifeline is secure. These aren't just elevators. These are massive specialized transport systems. Think dirigible assisted lifts, maybe magnetic levitation, moving people and cargo between the surface and orbit.
So green across the deck is the all clear. It's their umbilical cord to the planet. If that system has a red light, they are, what, cut off?
Pretty much. They're temporarily isolated from their main supply route. So this check is, well, it's everything. It's a tech update that's really a wellness check.
A wellness check for the whole station.
It's the whole ecosystem. It signals everything is calm, secure, and ready for business.
Which sets the stage perfectly. They're operating from this serene, high-tech bubble.
Yeah.
And then they pivot, using that calm to contrast with what's happening on Earth.
And the change in tone is immediate. We go from this localized internal health check to a massive continental threat.
The 48-hour alert.
Yes. Their orbital satellites have detected a huge winter storm forming over the northeast sectors.
And they're specific about the danger.
Very specific. Heavy snow, blizzard conditions, all expected within 2 days.
So this is basically a space-based early warning system for a huge chunk of the population. For anyone on that station with family or business on the ground, that is critical, actionable intelligence.
And they treat it that way. The broadcast advises caution for anyone with contacts on the ground. It really highlights the strange position they're in.
How so?
They're completely insulated from the danger watching it from above, but all their connections, their interests, are tied to the planet that's right in the storm's path.
It's an incredible perspective, isn't it? This tiny island of perfect operational calm watching a storm swallow a continent.
And then just as you're processing that physical threat, they shift gears completely.
To the financial turbulence.
Right. The report moves from a weather threat to the economic pulse, using data from their economic arrays.
And what are those arrays picking up?
A huge surge in retail energy. It's centered around what they call the tech belt.
So a physical storm brewing in one area and an economic boom in another. What are the specific metrics they're pointing to?
They mentioned stock flows are rising fast, consumer demand is climbing. Their takeaway is that the Earth markets are waking up ahead of the new quarter.
There's this wave of optimism.
A wave of activity, for sure. And reporting both the disaster and the revival at the same time is something you can really only do from that global, detached perspective.
But the really crucial piece of information, the part that makes this a true deep dive for their audience, and the advice they give next.
Yes. Keep an eye on Earth credit exchange rates.
Why is that single line so critical for someone living on XR221?
Because it defines their entire economy. The spaceport, it probably uses its own stable form of credit, something separate from Earth's more volatile currencies.
Okay, so they have their own money.
Or universal standard, yeah.
Right.
And if the Earth markets are spiking, if stocks and demand are surging, the value of planetary currency could shift dramatically against their stable orbital credit.
So it's an immediate risk to your assets.
A huge risk. Suddenly your investments on the ground, or even just a transaction with an Earth-based company, could become way more expensive overnight.
So it's a highly specialized market warning tailored specifically for people living and working in an interplanetary economy.
Exactly.
We've got the operational calm and the high-stakes news from Earth. But let's not forget, this is also a music show. How do they balance the orbital grooves with the Earth news?
The programming is it's perfectly designed for that duality. They drop into what they call the meteor shower block.
Which features fresh tracks inbound from Outer Rim.
Right. High energy, new experimental stuff. It's designed to connect the crew musically to the vastness of space, keep the energy up.
But right after that high-energy block, they shift.
They shift to the orbit groove block, and they say it explicitly. They want to let the soundscape breathe.
Which makes perfect sense. After hitting you with news of blizzards and currency swings, you need to come down. A sonic decompression chamber.
That's a perfect description. It's a psychological intervention. The music isn't just filler. It's about maintaining that operational calm we talked about.
Shifting the station's psychological gravity back to, a smooth coast.
Right. And they use that mood to actively engage their listeners.
The call-in crew chat segment.
They're asking for space mail, their version of email, on two completely opposite topics.
One is the severe storm on Earth.
Making that distant news personal, getting people talking about it. And the other,
Ideas for the Metavegas VR zones.
so they're focusing the crew's energy on building the future of their own home, their own entertainment.
It's brilliant, really. It connects the serious and the light. It says we need to focus on the danger down there, but we also need to dream about our future up here.
It keeps them grounded and, at the same time, keeps their heads in the clouds.
Okay, this last part of the broadcast is, for me, the most profound piece of the whole thing. It's filed almost as an aside, the Stellar Tale Minor broadcast.
A quick origin flash.
And this is where the ancient past and the orbital future just collide.
They really do. This is the detail that completely changes how you see the entire Metavegas spaceport. They're just coasting along, and then they drop this anecdote from the construction of the sphere on the surface.
The one with the stable visuals.
That's the one. And the detail is so specific. During the first drafts of the foundation, engineers digging deep under the Nevada sands found a curious symbol etched into the rock.
So they're laying the groundwork for this hyper-modern structure.
Right.
And they basically find an ancient blueprint.
That's what it sounds like. I mean, it's the stuff of high-altitude conspiracy theories.
But the broadcast takes it seriously.
It does. It immediately validates the discovery. They confirm that this glitch they just dug up is the same symbol that was already logged years ago in the spaceport's own archive.
Wait, so they already had a record of it before they physically found it?
Yes. Which just raises this immediate massive question about the spaceport's real purpose.
It implies the design isn't new. It suggests a lineage or a template that is far, far older than the station itself.
It suggests the construction was maybe guided, or that they were rebuilding something on a site that was marked millennia ago.
And the hosts seem to get the significance of it.
Oh, they do. Even with their casual style, they talk about it sparking whole new theories about old world meets new world.
And they end with that amazing cryptic line, something in the code crew.
Right. Which suggests the code isn't just digital, it's geological. The history of the Nevada desert is somehow hardwired into the future of their orbital architecture.
The symbol is the key. And it's already in their computer's memory before they find it in the ground. It just forces you to question the entire timeline of XR221's existence.
It turns a simple news and music show into a genuine mystery.
So if we pull this all together, what are the essential insights that you, the listener, should take away from this broadcast?
First, the XR221 spaceport is a model of precision. It's running green across the deck, totally reliant on that specialized high-tech infrastructure like the elevator balloons.
And at the same time, it's the ultimate global correspondent. It's warning about Earth's physical dangers, that blizzard, while also tracking its economic revival.
And that requires a very specific kind of caution. That warning about Earth credit exchange rates, that's information tailored for survival above the atmosphere.
And finally, beneath all the operational reports and the cosmic grooves, you have this enduring mystery.
The Nevada glyph. It links the ancient desert to the orbital archive, proving the spaceport operates on a timeline that might stretch back millennia, not just a 48-hour weather cycle.
The broadcast signs off with a promise, telling the crew the frequency stays live, the shields are up, and next orbit they'll go deeper.
More cosmic grooves, more VR spaceport whispers, more updates from Earth and beyond. A perfect tease.
It really is.
But let me leave you with a final thought, one that builds on that stellar tale. If a specific ancient symbol found deep in the desert sands under the foundation of the sphere was already logged years ago in the spaceport archive, what does that imply about the true origin of the Meta-Vegas spaceport itself? Is this incredible futuristic hub really the beginning of a new era of human expansion, or is it just the continuation of a very, very old plan? Something to mull over as you watch the skies.